back straight, and we're just about set. Ready now. Racing. Rock and roll music from barrier 1, bounced out and shows good speed to lead tightrope in the early stages. Morty Mombassa and being restrained rate highly. Driver leaning right back in the bike there, Davey Morris. In the meantime, getting up along the inside was Dylan. And then we've got further back to Fat Profit, who gets up along the inside of the Informant. And drifting back now towards the tail of the field, Ahoka Royal and Rate Highly is back at the tail of the field. Well, it's rock and roll music making play as they work down the straight. And he looks to slow them down. Second spot outside it is Tightrope with Dylan third and Morty Mombassa fourth and 1-1. 37 the lead time. Next is Fat Profit, who covers up the Informant, Ahoka Royal. And last of all is Rate Highly. 1,400 metres left to go. They roll into the back straight and it's rock and roll music making play. In second spot, sitting parked outside it is Tightrope with Dylan, the race favourite, under lock and key third. They were followed next of all on the outside as they travel down the back straight by Morty Mombassa. Fat Profit is racing 3 markers, and then came the Informant over Ahoka Royal, and at the tail end of the field is Rate Highly. In that pattern they work off the back straight. First quarter of the last mile was 30.5, and it's rock and roll music the leader, about a half in front. In second, Posse Tightrope, Dylan third, Morty Mombassa fourth and 1-1. 3 markers fifth is Fat Profit from the Informant and Ahoka Royal, and Rate Highly brings up the rear about 7 off the leader, but he lets slide on it now, Morris, and it's going to circle the field as they come down the straight. Winning Post, Judge and the Bell. It's rock and roll music held together. Leads out 30 and 6 that second split. 61-1 the half. Second Tightrope. Third on the inside Dylan. Morty Mombassa held up in the middle now as Rate Highly under a drive works around the outside. Ahoka Royal gets onto its back. The Informant the middle. Fat Profit last. 3 lengths first to last. You know the deal. You can throw a Kleenex over them down the back straight. Where the leader is still rock and roll music, but he's at it. Leads out by 3 parts on Tightrope. Dylan needs a run. Rate Highly was just labouring for the moment. And then Fat Profit. Morty Mombassa held up, and Ahoka Royal will go via the Cape to get into the race. They come off the back straight. 29-3 the split. It's still rock and roll music giving back as a sight. Dylan can't quite get out for the moment. Ahoka Royal, now Dylan's out and running, and then came up on the inside Fat Profit. They straighten up. It's rock and roll music. 100 left to go. Coming at it as Dylan. Down the outside running on as Morty Mombassa, and the deepest is the Informant. Rock and roll music's kicking back at Dylan. Rock and roll music gets up. Rock and roll music has beaten Dylan. Third's a photo between Morty Mombassa, the Informant, and then came Fat Profit in company then. Further back in the field to finish Ahoka Royal. Last pair were Rate Highly. Back with it Tightrope. Hope you're stuck. Rock and roll music, I think, has just got in. It's a photo finish.